Every single day, we are surrounded by conversations, with family, with colleagues, with strangers, but the most powerful conversation is not with them. It is the one you have quietly inside your own mind. Psychologists call this self-talk. The Quran calls it the whispers of the soul. And science shows us something amazing. The way you speak to yourself can literally rewire your brain, reshape your biology, and transform your life. Think of your mind as a garden. Every thought you plant is a seed. If your inner conversation is filled with despair, "I'm not good enough," "I can't do this," "nothing will ever change," then those seeds grow into weeds of doubt and fear. But if your conversation is filled with resilience, "I will try," "I will grow," "I will keep moving," then those seeds blossom into confidence, courage, and strength. The Quran captures this reality when it says, "Rather, man, against himself, will be a witness, even if he presents his excuses." Surah Al-Qiyamah 75, 14-15. This verse points us to an eternal truth. No matter what stories we tell the world, no matter what excuses we build, deep down, our inner dialogue bears witness to who we really are. We know our truth, and one day that self will speak openly. Modern science confirms this insight. Neuroscientists studying neuroplasticity have discovered that repeated thoughts physically alter the structure of your brain. When you say to yourself, "I can't," you strengthen a neural pathway of fear. When you say, "I will try," you strengthen a pathway of possibility. Your self-talk is not just words, it is the blueprint for your brain. This is why the Quran reminds us. Indeed, Allah will not change the condition of a people until they change what is in themselves. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:11. Notice the precision. Change begins not with wealth, not with power, not with environment, but with the inner self. The transformation of the world around you begins with the dialogue inside you. Let's use a simple analogy. In computer science, the quality of output always depends on the input. Programmers call it garbage in, garbage out. If your input, the words you say to yourself, is filled with garbage, then your output, your behavior, your choices, will reflect that garbage. But if your input is wisdom, hope, and clarity, then your actions will reflect strength. Even the prophets, peace be upon them, struggled with inner dialogue. When Prophet Musa, peace be upon him, stood before Pharaoh's magicians, fear touched his heart. At that moment, the divine reassurance came. "Do not fear. Indeed, you are the superior." Surah Taha 20:68. This was not just a reminder for external battle, it was a command to reshape his self-talk from fear into courage. Science echoes this. Studies in psychology reveal that people who engage in constructive, compassionate self-talk experience lower levels of anxiety, stronger immune systems, and greater resilience in the face of stress. Your inner conversation is not just mental, it is biological. It literally changes the way your body works. But balance is important. Self-talk is not about lying to yourself with blind optimism. It's not saying everything is perfect when it's not. It's about truthful optimism. The Quran provides this balance. Indeed, with hardship comes ease. Surah Ash-Shar 94-6. Notice, it doesn't deny hardship. It acknowledges the struggle while simultaneously reminding you of relief. Healthy self-talk admits the challenge but refuses to surrender hope. Consider this example. Two students face the same exam. One says, "This is too hard, I'll never pass." The other says, "This is difficult, but with effort, I can improve." Same situation, completely different outcomes, because of the inner dialogue. One gives up before starting. The other grows through effort. And this is not only about motivation. The Quran also links hope directly with belief. And do not lose hope in the mercy of Allah. Indeed, none lose hope in the mercy of Allah except the disbelieving people. Surah Yusuf 12:87. Hope is not just an emotion. It is a form of faith, a lifeline that prevents despair. To give up hope is to deny the possibility of change. So, how do you begin reshaping your inner conversation? Start small. Catch yourself when negativity arises. Instead of, "I can't," say, "I will try." Instead of, "I always fail," say, "I can learn." Instead of, "I am hopeless," say, "There is still a chance." Every replacement plants a new seed. Over time, these seeds grow into an inner garden of resilience. And remember, self-talk does not stay private forever. The way you speak to yourself becomes the way you speak to others. If you are harsh on yourself, you risk spreading that harshness. But if you are gentle and hopeful in your own dialogue, you will radiate that gentleness outward. In the end, a conversation with yourself is not just idle thought. It is the most important dialogue of your life, because it shapes your choices, your relationships, your character, and ultimately, your destiny. So ask yourself, what words are echoing in your mind right now? Are they tearing you down or building you up? Are they rooted in despair or in hope? Because in truth, your inner conversation is not only a mirror of who you are, it is the architect of who you will become.